Three of the best performing Dow stocks today were the three that reported earnings this morning: Goldman Sachs, Johnson & Johnson, and UnitedHealthcare. And the largest health insurer in the U.S. said it's making some big changes. An earnings beat and an upbeat forecast for the rest of the year by UnitedHealth Group. But the biggest U.S. insurer also said it will shrink its presence in the Affordable Care Act exchanges. Right now, UnitedHealth is available in 34 state exchanges. By 2017, it says it will only be in a handful. Losses from the exchange business are now expected to reach $650 million this year, mostly because the health of many new customers in those exchanges is worse than the company had planned on. Also raising guidance for the rest of the year, Johnson & Johnson. It, too, beat earnings expectations for the first quarter, even as a strong dollar cut into its revenue growth. Pharmaceutical sales, J&J's biggest business, grew almost 6% behind a diabetes drug, Invokana, and a blood thinner, Xarelto. And J&J says the hunt for growth through acquisitions, buying up smaller companies, is continuing.
We'll continue to work through various acquisition proposals that we look at, and we want to do the right deal at the right time with the right partner at the right valuation. So we're obviously looking very closely at the field.
And more than a few eyebrows must have arched when Goldman Sachs reported earnings beat estimates, even though they were lower by 60%. Revenue fell 40%, much worse than most of the other big banks. Chief Executive Lloyd Blankfein cited challenges, quote, across virtually every one of our businesses, and probably none bigger than in its investing and lending unit. That group accounted for more than a third of Goldman's pre-tax earnings last year. But revenue within that group dropped a whopping 95%, mostly because the equity securities portion of that division reported no revenue at all. Here's a look at how those stocks performed today. All were higher by 1.5% or more.